Class 10 Paper 2, Essay Type, Lahore Board 2024, Group 2. Question 2. 1. Which color is not allowed and which color is encouraged on Chinese New Year? Why? On Chinese New Year, the color red is encouraged, while colors like black and white are generally avoided. Red color is believed to be a sign of good fortune, whereas black and white colors may call for some misfortune to the family. 2. Why do some people read more than one newspaper? Three. What is one good thing about people read more than one newspaper to get a more balanced and comprehensive understanding of the news? 3. What is one good thing about newspapers? One good thing about newspapers is that they provide detailed and verified information on a wide range of subjects, including politics, sports, and culture. 4. How can career counselors help the young people? Career counselors can help young people by guiding them to make informed decisions about their education and future careers. 5. How to locate fiction and non-fiction books by subject? To locate non-fiction books by subject, you use the library's classification system, like the Dewey Decimal System, where books on the same subject are grouped under a specific number. You can find this number in the library's catalogue. Fiction books are usually not arranged by subject but are organized alphabetically by the author's last name. 6. Who looked after Pip after the death of his parents? Pip, as an orphan, was looked after by his much older sister, Mrs. Joe Golgary, and her kind-hearted husband, Joe Golgary. 7. Why are the developing countries going to suffer more due to overpopulation? Developing countries suffer more from overpopulation because they often have limited resources and infrastructure. 8. You should not keep checking if the bleeding has stopped. Why? You should not keep checking if bleeding has stopped because doing so can disturb the blood clot that is trying to form. Answer to question 3. English text. Today, life has become more dynamic and innovative. Gone are the days when the medical and engineering fields were the only available choices. Now a whole world of non-traditional careers, from I.T., electronic media and web networking to online business portals and fashion designing, are available for young people. Urdu Answer to question 4. Summary of the poem pieced by Dr. Sylvia Hartman. The poem pieced by Dr. Sylvia Hartman is a simple yet profound exploration of the nature of peace. The poem uses a powerful metaphor, comparing the destructive force of a storm to the chaos and violence of conflict. The wind is depicted as a monster of destruction, roaring and breaking everything in its path, symbolizing turmoil and ruin. In sharp contrast, the second part of the poem describes the aftermath when the storm subsides. When the wind is gone, a deep sense of calm and stillness settles over everything. The trees are silent, and the world is at rest. Through this contrast, the poet conveys that peace is not merely the absence of war, but a state of profound tranquility and serenity. It is the quiet, gentle state that emerges when all destructive forces have ceased. Essentially, the poem defines peace as the beautiful and calm stillness that follows a period of destructive chaos. Answer to question 5. My hobby. Having a hobby that brings joy and relaxation is important for everyone. For me, that cherished activity is reading. It is much more than a simple pastime, it is a gateway to countless new worlds, a source of endless knowledge, and a reliable friend. Whether I am holding a thrilling novel or an insightful biography, books provide me with an escape from the stresses of daily life and a chance to embark on incredible adventures without ever leaving my room. The magic of reading lies in its ability to transport my imagination. Through fiction, I can walk in the shoes of brave heroes, solve complex mysteries alongside clever detectives, or travel to distant galaxies. These stories develop my sense of empathy and creativity. Meanwhile, non-fiction books on subjects like history, science, and art broaden my understanding of the world. Each page I turn offers a new perspective or a fascinating fact, making me a more knowledgeable and curious person. In conclusion, reading is a hobby that nourishes both my mind and my soul. It provides a perfect balance of entertainment and education, offering both a peaceful retreat and mental stimulation. The lessons I learn and the experiences I gain from books have shaped my thinking and improved my vocabulary. It is a lifelong companion that promises constant growth and discovery, and for that, it will always be my favorite hobby. Answer to question 6. 1. Change any 5 of the following sentences into indirect form. Here are the answers for all 8 sentences. 1. He said, I am unwell. Answer, he said that he was unwell. 2. Afshan said, I am sewing mother's shirt. Answer, Afshan said that she was sewing her mother's shirt. 3. He said, do you agree with me? Answer, he asked if I agreed with him. 4. The teacher said, do not make a noise. Answer, the teacher forbade the students to make a noise. 5. She said, what a beautiful piece of art. Answer, she exclaimed with wonder that it was a very beautiful piece of art. 6. You have said, they are waiting outside. Answer, you have said that they are waiting outside. 7. She will say, he did not come to my expectations. Answer, she will say that he did not come to her expectations. 8. He says, she has written me a very encouraging letter. Answer. Answer to question 7. Answer, he says that she has written him a very encouraging letter. Answer to question 7. 1. Effect in effect. Times effect, the bad weather will affect our travel plans. Times effect, the new law had a positive effect on the economy. 2. Cells cell. Time cell, a plant cell has a rigid wall around it. Time cell, they want to sell their house and move to a new city. 3. Droop a drop. Times droop, the flowers began to droop in the intense heat. Times drop, please be careful not to drop that glass. For eligible to legible. Times eligible, you must be over 18 to be eligible to vote. Times illegible, his handwriting was so messy that his note was completely illegible. 5. Idle's idle. Times idle, the old factory has been idle for many years. Times idle, for many young cricketers, Wasim Akram is their idol. 6. Metal's metal. Times metal, the team showed its metal by winning the final match. Times metal, the bridge is made of steel, a strong metal. 7. Piece a piece. Times piece, can I have a piece of that delicious cake? Times peace, after the long war, the country finally enjoyed peace. 8. Stationary a stationary. Time stationary, the traffic was stationary for over an hour. Time stationary, I need to buy some stationery, like pens and paper, for school. Answer to question English translation? The lion is a powerful animal. It looks very fearsome. It has long hair on its neck. It is found in the jungles of Africa and Asia. It lives in caves. It is called the king of the jungle. It is a great enemy of man. But hunters steal their cubs. They tame them and make them work in the circus.